sound since that, and in fact, yeah, one of the first bands I ever saw, and trundled along to Leeds Poly.
Yeah.
There you go. The Rezillos on the Broodnell Social Club tonight in Leeds. Thanks for popping in to see us on the weekend. So it's punk season, but you wouldn't say you were a punk band, would you?
No.
You would actually.
Yeah, I think that we're really
Second cousin.
Yeah, well, you know, like the Neanderthals and the Homo sapiens are punk. The great thing about punk is if you don't really fit, then you really are punk. But once you start looking at the Eyespy book of punk and saying, I have to wear this haircut, wear those safety pins and these bondage trousers, you've missed the whole point.
Yeah. If you wear the uniform,
Well, that's what, when punk became that, we were proud not to wear the uniform.
Yeah.
You were outliers in front of you.
So what inspired you to pick up instruments and start to form a band? Was there a moment you thought, oh, that's good, we'd like a bit of that?
Well, we'd like to play some hard rock music, and you've got your guitars, and you've got your amps and your drums, and you're kind of trying to find your way and find out who you are musically quite often. It's certainly undeniable that punk music helped pull us in a certain direction, because we had this concept of the band before punk rock, and then punk rock kind of said, yeah, you know what? We are kind of like this. We are wearing wrinkle pickers and tight trousers and wraparound specs before we realised there was a movement where people dressed in a kind of a way and had a certain. We certainly had the attitude.
Yeah.
And we still have.
I mean, also just going back to that time with the idea, you didn't have to be able to play instruments. You could just get up and do it. So that that was great. It just made you do it really. You didn't have to be good or anything.
But there is a certain ownership because the Rezillos could play.
Yeah.
They're not really punk bands.
No, and the thing is, there's a documentary tomorrow on Six Music, which I meant to mention anyway, and that is called Punk System, and that's where the punk will come from London or New York.
Right.
And my theory is that whilst some British punk bands, it's alright.
That's my phone battery going flat.
They really couldn't play, you know, let's play the bass guitar in like 20 minutes or something. The American bands who came over like the Ramones really could play, and it was the meshing of those two, the sort of attitude with the musicianship. That gave us new wave, you know, that took us through 76 and 77 and loads of creativity.
The thing is, new wave is not as good a terminology as punk rock, but new wave represents a new wave of people doing things in a different way, in that respect. The broad spectrum of it is what it's about.
But you were on a posh label though, weren't you? You were on the same label. You're on Sire Records, Talking Heads, very innovative band, the Ramones. So did you get to rub shoulders with these people?
Yeah, well, the Ramones, we went on tour with them. Talking Heads met them at a few dudes, vaguely at a few dudes. And what struck me about the Ramones when they were on tour was how afraid they were of the British punk movement. But they were fish out of water here, and all they wanted to do was get back to New York and eat hamburgers.
Well, it's been great that you popped in. I know you have to get to Leeds, and so just answer this. Leeds, how fab to hear the Rezillos. I can't stand the Rezillos, and they're telling my 8-year-old Finley how full of energy and fun the band are. Look forward to new material, says Kathy Ladybird in Cleveland. New material?
There is new material on the way actually. In fact, we've just been talking about how to approach that today. But I don't really want to say any more about it.
Well, I would say we put a new record out a few months ago. We put out vinyl, and people were very pleased with that. But of course the music industry is this rather flexible state of flux at the moment. You put out music, we've kind of gone back to where we were before, putting out records independently, people like that. And we've got a new single coming out in a few weeks' time, which is a live single, and we're doing a live music with that.
Okay, and Marxism is alive, and workers do have the means of production, and you can sell it through your website, who needs a record company, which is www.